So here we are on the next Jotunheim part. This is the end of year 1, and this is as we are attempting for the second time to take Nazca's capital. So we've brought in more sacreds now, but as you can see, he has upped the PD substantially. Something I noticed looking back at this replay is the commanders are sort of all drifted towards the southern side of my formation and not really in the middle, which my opponent has correctly read, because as you can see, his sacreds down here are on the hold command. They're not flying and attacking rear, so they're just going to flank around and hit stuff that's on the south or north side if it's isolated. But this is sort of it. This is sort of do or die for Jotunheim. And Nazca, to be fair. Our Geisha gets hit by an unfortunate fire dart, and she's gonna burn up. Yeah, my opponent has invested probably 1.5k gold in his province defense now. He's even summoning stuff. You can see Ask over here. The scared chieftain is desperately trying to hold this flank. As the Condor warriors are just coming around to assassinate my leadership, the Jarls are bravely holding the line against far superior numbers. And my prophet eliminating some of these sacreds. Some of the Condor warriors get pulled to the back, chasing goblins, which is really quite important. Really all I've got left is a small band of goblins holding the commanders, keeping them alive. And they do have cheat fate. Some of them have cheat or twisted fate cast on them, so they are negating that first attack, increasing their staying power. And my sacreds continue to hold the front. The archers at this point have ran out of ammo, so now even they are diving in, desperate to win. And now that almost all the goblins are dead, my commanders are just free, easy pickings. This poor prophet gets poked, and he gets scared. But really what does him in, if you caught it there, he attacked one of the Condor warriors at just the moment that he was being stabbed in the head by one of them, so he took 20 points of shock damage from charged bodies, then he got stabbed for 12 in the head. And it just killed him too quickly for regeneration to come in. So it's just, God, I hate women in the back regenerating. And he's my last commander. He's down to 3 HP. Should he go, these guys are going to be leaderless. But he's just regenerating slightly more than the Condor warriors can do, and the Nazcans are routing. But at the same time, so is my last commander. So there's nothing left but my sacreds. But on the Nazcan side, there's also nothing except his 850 gold prophet, who is also routing. But he is still casting Smite, Word of Thorns. So should a single smite connect on these sacreds, they're going to check for morale. And if they check for morale, they'll probably fail. Because they are leaderless. They just keep getting hit by these smites. And miraculously, only one smite goes off that actually connects, and it doesn't kill. And we've won the day. It was an extremely bloody battle, mostly for them, not really for us. We lost some expensive commanders and a couple sacreds, but nothing that can't be replaced. But Nazca's done. They're finished after this. It was most of their gold was invested in their province defense. And like after this, after losing such an expensive cap-only mage that they can't remake more of, they're really quite done. Now, there is still a chance that they could resist a little bit further, because, as you can see here, my commanders retreated. They did successfully retreat, but they retreated, which means Nazca, while it is being sieged by us presently, there's no commanders here. So should Nazca just break the siege immediately, these guys would rout right away. So I'm not sure how that interacts if I move these commanders on this tile first, if they count for leadership purposes and a battle will actually happen. Furthermore, I'm also recruiting mercenaries on this province just because I want to crack open the castle as soon as possible and get the delicious innards. All these gems break me into paths I don't naturally get, like Earth, for example. That would be good. Outside of that, we took a battle here, which is just me cleaning up some weak little independents over here. Nothing super thrilling. I mean, these blood-bonded, regenerating sacred giants are quite, like, I mean, basically impossible for indies to deal with unless they're barbarians. We deal with barbarians pretty well. Moving back to the capital, gonna pick up some more sacreds over here. Let's make a mage. Can I get a Gija out? Is there any way I can get a Gija out? Oh yeah, if I cheap out on that PD, then I can get one. As I do want to start blood hunting, I do want to site search with these. Especially hitting this province. Although I am sending this guy. He doesn't need to research. He can just sit at home and research. Ah, but his researching is so bad. He can site search. Also, we got this hero, Sporngjal, who can summon wolves. So I'm just having him sit in the capital and he's just going to summon these wolves. Not really useful in a fight, but they are free bloods patrollers. They can patrol a province. So that's good. Really quite nice to just get this. Also helps with siege defense. Really nothing bad about these wolves, just having them is nice, and I'll be able to spit out, I guess, 3 a turn from this ability. Which is great. Not much else to say. Ashdod's over here. They've got sages. Yis is to my north. I can't see what they have because their troops are all invisible. There is someone over here with cold scales, and it's not me because they've got growth. So I don't know who this could be. I suppose if we look at the pretenders. Yeah, really no clue. I guess it could be one of these human nations if they went with cold instead of heat. Which would be very bad for them, because that means they're my next target. Most efficient fighting them. But now that the Nazca campaign is basically wrapped up, I'm going to claim their lands down here, and just having this fort will be such a godsend. Make me so much more difficult to take down with all this extra income and this power projection down here. Infrastructure that I didn't need to build, basically. I get a lab and a castle that or a fortress, whatever, that I didn't need to build. Which is really nice. And I'm going to be able to take these provinces at my leisure. That's basically free gold. Yeah, everything's going good. I see Nazca took cold scales for some reason. I guess to boost his chill aura. And to get more designer points, I suppose. Because I think his nation starts with heat. No, preferred cold scale 1. Okay, never mind. Well, then it's just sort of unfortunate that he spawned next to me. But we've won. At last. It took a little more effort than it probably needed to. And honestly, that last battle was a little sloppy. But we did it. We shouldn't have lost the prior battle anyway. So So this one should not have been necessary. But even still, my opponent played well in that battle. I can't say his other playstyles were very good. What am I researching now? I'm just still pursuing enchantment because I want a horde of skeletons. But I'm considering instead going for conjuration to get these glossos, which are these like sacred boars. Those could be cool. And I've got death gems stacking, so could spend it on that. Could also get these Jotundraugrs if I wanted to go underwater. These wolves, these sacred Jotun wolves, are good, especially with our bless. They'd be really buffed up, getting the regeneration. So could go for that next, but presently I just don't really see a reason not to go for Horde of Skeletons. It's just a great spell to have on hand. And also this gives me some useful water stuff too, like Quagmire, right? No, Friendly Currents, yes. This would be useful for underwater fighting. Twiceborn is also a very important spell to get. Start casting that on my mages, because I don't want them to get picked off. And also being big, since they're big, I think they get like a slightly improved Twiceborn chassis than if they're a Vady Hag, for example. Yep, so that's the end of this part.